True.
Yes.
And I guess I was wondering how.
You guess you were wondering.
No, I know I was wondering.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Okay. I know I was wondering, like, how can I maintain that relationship when it's like as I'm shifting, I feel like I'm kind of losing connection to that parallel reality that I would prefer.
All right.
And it involves like not having any physical pain.
All right.
And so, but then I feel the physical pain. So it's like,
All right.
I try to connect. Or
And you understand the definition of pain?
No, can you
Resistance to your natural self.
Okay.
So where is the resistance?
Physically, you mean in my body?
Emotionally, energetically, in your belief system structure is the first place that the resistance shows up. Thus, then, it courses from the belief system level of your personality through the emotional level, which activates the energy and crystallizes the energy into physical reality, into your thought level, and thus then into your physical reality structure. But it begins in the belief system structures. So where is the resistance to your natural self that set up the experience of the physical manifestation and the physical reflection that you are experiencing or defining in a painful way? What is it about yourself that you are resisting becoming?
That's deep. I think my choice of religious practices or spirituality practices.
Are you saying and suggesting that these place some sort of rigidized structure on you that you don't prefer?
Yes.
Well, then why not step out of them? What is your fear to be yourself? What do you fear will happen if you allow yourself to be yourself?
I guess feeling not belonging.
Not belonging to what? Something that you don't prefer?
Yep.
Well, isn't that a good thing?
Yeah.
Well, then why do you fear that?
Well, I guess it's the other's perspective of me.
The other's perspective of you.
All the reflections of me.
But they're just reflections. So why are you judging yourself? We are not saying that there are not people who may not judge, but the point is you can't experience the effect of that judgment if you don't accept it as true. You see, if someone walks up to you on the street, what you would call a stranger, and they say something to you like, "Oh, I really hate your neon green jacket," and you're not wearing a neon green jacket, you would simply look at them and go, "That has nothing to do with me. Why should I judge myself and accept their judgment of hate? Because I understand that it has nothing to do with me, and it's obviously their issue, not mine. And I'm acting as a reflection for them, and thus I am being of service to them. But I'm not accepting what they have to say about me as true, because I know what is true." You understand?
Yes.
Accepting the judgments of others in a negative way is creating that energy in your own reality. You see, that's actually what the phrase "judge not lest ye be judged" means. It means that as you lower yourself, lower your vibration to the vibration of the judgment that they are offering you and match the frequency of that judgment, you judge yourself. You create the vibration, the negative vibration within your own being, your own consciousness, your own body. You accept the judgment, you judge yourself, and thus create a reflection. But you see, the idea of these people coming up, even if they do, heaping the idea of judgments upon you is simply an offering to decide whether or not you prefer to believe what they have to say is true or not. It's a gift. It's an opportunity to decide how to define yourself. Because many times we know that because of how you have been brought up and the way you've been taught to think, sometimes it's easier for you to get an understanding of who you are by seeing so many reflections of who you are not. Thus eliminating all the vibrations very clearly that you know you are not, and thus being left with the only thing there is left, the vibration of who you actually are. So if you accept judgments of others as gifts and opportunities to eliminate that vibration from your definition of yourself, you can thank them with unconditional love for showing you more and more clearly who you are by giving you a reflection very clearly of who you are not. And that's how to use that in a positive way and lighten up on yourself. Because the pressure you feel and the pain you feel is simply you heaping that pressure and judgment upon yourself by accepting it as true just because someone wishes to reflect that to you. You're using it in a negative way instead of using it in a positive way. You're buying into their point of view instead of buying into your own about yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is this helping you feel a little bit lighter?
A little bit.
All right. Well, remember, many times the path to true enlightenment is to simply lighten up on yourself. You understand?
Yes.
So, is there some other aspect of this you wish to explore if you do not feel yet or know yet that you are making this concept truly your own? Do you need any more assistance with anchoring this in to your belief system?
I guess I'm wondering, is the belief system connected to the consumption of other physical or what I consume in my body?
Yes.
And that's related also to the physical pain that I feel.
Anytime you create what feels like a hole in your being, you do anything possible to fill that hole. But the idea is that it needs to be filled with a different kind of energy. It is only the ability to fulfill yourself that will fill that hole. Do you understand?
Yes.
Nothing else will fill it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, are you willing to do that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Then allow yourself to know that the more you are willing to let belief systems within you come up to your conscious mind, and again, we will be talking about this idea a little bit more clearly tomorrow night of your time in terms of exactly what the relationship is in terms of unconscious mind and subconscious mind and conscious mind and oversoul and higher self and higher mind, all these things. We'll be talking about this in more detail so that you can really understand what the relationship of all these levels of consciousness are within you and learn really how to work with them in a very energetic, a very harmonious way so that you can see very clearly what the structure is that you're dealing with and how to use that structure in a positive, reinforcing way for yourself to make transformations that you prefer to make. All right?
Okay.
But the idea fundamentally is that you need to deal with the belief systems. You need to find out, you need to identify them. For only through identification can you understand consciously what it is you need to work with and what it is you need to let go of. And we reinforce the idea of letting go of these things in Sunday's transmission about attraction and repulsion. All these things together will work together to make it very, very, very clear and very obvious as a tool, as a mechanism, as a permission slip, how to get in touch with the idea of beliefs, how to understand the nature and structure of them very clearly, and how to use the understanding of the laws of attraction and repulsion to let go and transform things very rapidly. All right?
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yes.
All right, well, thank you for your sharing.
Thank you.
Hello again, Bashar.
And
Happy
you
birthday.
good day.
Well, thank you. Since we spoke last, I've been following my joy,
Oh, all right.
and it is to bring to the people that I meet the two magic questions. Do you remember that?